Yo, what's good, people? It's a little sunny out. Yo, listen, I appreciate y'all for stopping through, all the subscribers that rock with me, you know what I'm saying? Even to those who watch with silent eyes. But today, we definitely got to talk about, a fragile sense of masculinity, man. And when we're talking about that, it's often termed with being emasculated as a man. But some of this shit that we talk about and we want to do and how we looked at, you just gotta have a better sense of yourself. You know what I'm saying? The culture that you brought up in, the shit that you stand on, manly shit, manliness, you know what I'm saying? And that shit is not determined, it's often determined by, your peers. It's often determined by the kind of women you deal with and how they see you and how they, may view you in a sense or in a certain light. Because sometimes as men, we haven't found the blueprint for it, you know what I'm saying? For some of us, if we weren't guided in certain directions, weren't guided in a certain light to put us over the top, to be, to act and behave in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? To assert yourself depending on a situation, you know what I'm saying? Not to overexert or not to become overly aggressive by the lack of what you're missing for you to be that man that you're looking to be. And we got to think about that. But a lot of times our ego is more hurt than anything when it comes to a sense of our masculinity. Our ego be hurt, you know what I'm saying? When somebody call us out or on what we doing or what we not doing as a man and how lazy or how productive we are, we just can't seem to find the balance from time to time based on how somebody else sees us or how they look at us. But that all goes down to what the fuck you think. You letting this shit, or you letting things that's being said hurt your ego. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you behave in a certain way. You respond to things in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? If you catch my drift. When you missing that element of your manliness, or you feel like your masculinity has been in question, or your shit just, motherfuckers is pretty much just emasculating you, you know what I'm saying? Making it seem like you got a lot of female tendencies. That's for some men, they do. They haven't found their balance. They haven't found their common ground of what a man should be or what a man is. Or some of us haven't even had the privilege of looking at what a real man look like. And ladies, some of y'all haven't even had a sense of what a real man looks like, but from who you see, what you see, and who you watching. You just never had it placed in your life. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for some. I'm not talking about all, because I don't speak in absolute. But a lot of times when you don't see it, you can't be taught it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to be treated in a certain light. You don't know how to be talked to in a certain light because you never seen it, so you never had a chance to act on what you never saw. You never had the chance to act on what it is to be a man. So you got things coming in all different directions because you don't know what it is, or you never seen what a real man is. So sometimes you have a mental block of how to follow authority. You know what I'm saying? That becomes one of the biggest things because nobody has set you down as a man to show you what you can and what you shouldn't do. I'm not gonna say you can't, because a lot of things you can do if you put your mind to it, based on a positive or negative light. But what I'm saying to you is, hunt for what you want. Look into what it is. Seek some guidance. Have some mentors. Them kind of things are good to have, man, because it builds you and it lets you know where you stand at as a man, and it lets you know where you stand at amongst your peers, where you stand at in society, how people view you when you speak, how you walk. You know what I'm saying? If your posture good, like people see that kind of shit. But when you don't have it, you never seen it, and you hear a lot of men get ragged on about what they have or what they don't have or what they haven't obtained yet. Notice I've said obtained yet, because you will obtain some things to learn you live this life. But you have to see those things in order to walk it, in order to live it, in order to reenact some things that you deem necessary to apply to your life. Let me see if this works for me. But when you have that false sense, let me go back to this. When you have that false sense of masculinity, you don't know who you are. You letting everybody else dictate to you what a man is, especially motherfuckers that's never been a man, like women. Like you sometimes you're taking direction from certain places where they don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have. I'm not saying that women hasn't had a hand in molding us, from your mother to your aunts to your girlfriends or anybody, your female friends, whatever, as far as them helping you mold you into the kind of man you want to be, because that helps set off a different mindset in what you want in life. It helps set off a mindset of what kind of woman you want, how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much how you want to live, man. It sets off that kind of mindset. It sets off what you actually have to do, what you know. What first you got to find out what you know you have to do as a man. Period. Then once you start bringing other elements in the game, you know what I'm saying? Finding stability. Finding, women or a certain kind of woman that you want to hold near and dear to you. All those things start to come into play. And a lot of those things aren't talked about, and they damn sure ain't taught. A lot of us aren't observant enough to even know what we want, or even know where to look for it at once we find out what we want and who we should be. But you letting other people determine what you should be. First, you got to look at what it is about you as a man. What's so manly? What kind of attributes do you display? Your behaviors that makes you act the way you act. Have you had any men ever call you out on some things so you could, in constructive criticism, so you could rectify what it is that you doing wrong, or what you seeking and asking, you still getting it wrong? A lot of times you're going to learn on the fly when you never seen something. You know what I'm saying? You're going to bump your head a few times, but don't let that kind of thing discourage you. But don't let those negative comments and thoughts sit in your head and resonate with you, because once those negative thoughts and what people say to you resonate with you, it'll show in your behavior. It'll show in the way you talk to people. It'll show basically the knowledge that you have on what you don't have, and what you're willing to build on, or what you ain't willing to build on, and what you need to build on. I hope you're really catching what I'm saying. Don't let nobody else give you a false sense of your masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Because often it'll be turned into some, he gay. He's has feminine tendencies. You don't want to let shit like that turn into things like that, because your masculinity will often be emasculated by the people around you, and especially women, especially if they don't see something that you have, either that they want, and to a degree, but it sets off a chain of events in your life that's going to help you dictate who you want to be what I'm saying, or who you need to be. And oftentimes people see it as you will never make it there because you have a fragile sense of masculinity. It's broken. You haven't seen much, so you won't be able to do much, or you won't be who you want to be in this life, man. And there's a lot of things you're gonna learn on the fly. You need to straighten up and fly right ASAP, because this life is short. You ain't got a lot of time here. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have fun, but you gotta find yourself. Know who you are. Work on who you are. Work on who you want to be, rather. You know what I'm saying? For the man that you need to be. So seek the guidance. Seek some help. Ask questions from your peers. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions for those who have more, who've seen more, who has done more. See, most motherfuckers is scared to open their mouth to even ask that because they scared to be laughed at or talked about or ridiculed. And that's real. That's real shit. That's real rap raw, man. That's the real when it's rapped and it's raw. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, when you receive it, you gotta undress it. You gotta open that package and see if you're ready for the real. But if you're not, you're gonna have a false sense and you're gonna have a fragile sense of masculinity. But I'm gonna keep it there. I spoke too long already. So y'all be blessed, people, and I'm gonna keep pushing until the next one. All right, see you in a minute.